Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Naval Station Mayport and the site of the 2019 Armed Forces Men and Women's Basketball Championships. This morning's game, consolation game, with the men between number 3, Marine Corps, number 4 in the standings after the double round robin tournament format, the United States Air Force. At this time, let's meet the starting members of the United States Marine Corps. From Jackson, Mississippi, stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, 6'1" guard Jermond Cattenhead. From Kansas City, Missouri, stationed at Camp Lejeune, 6'1" guard Dequan Isaiah. From Atlanta, Georgia, he's stationed at Camp Pendleton. He's a 5'11" guard Brian Baptiste. From Hartford, Connecticut, also from Camp Pendleton, 6'6" forward Londell Lennon. And from Batesville, Mississippi, 6'5" forward Antonio Jones. Head coach for the United States Marine Corps, Alonzo Higginson. Now let's meet your starting five from the United States Air Force. From Renton, Washington, assigned at Kadena Air Base in Japan, 6'2" guard Michael Argyle. From Sacramento, California, stationed at Los Angeles Air Force Base, 6'6" guard forward Ryan Manning. Calling home Dayton, Ohio, stationed at Joint Base Langley Eustis, 6'3" guard Corey Rucker. From Skipperville, Alabama, assigned to Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama, 6'2" guard Anthony Morris. And from Flower Mound, Texas, stationed at Yokota Air Base in Japan, 6'10" center Zachary Moore. Head coach for the United States Air Force, Scott Stuckey. Our officials for today's game, Mr. Mo Munzel, Mr. Ryan McCarty, and Mr. Jeff Johnson. So there you have it, our starting lineups for today's consolation game between the United States Marine Corps and the United States Air Force. Both teams finishing 2 and 4 after the double round robin tournament format competition. But based on the point differentials between these two teams, Marine Corps finishes 3rd after the round robin competition, and Air Force finishes 4th. Marine Corps in 4th place. Those numbers a little bit different earlier. Bottom line, consolation game between the 3rd and 4th place teams. Here comes the Marine Corps. First possession controlled by Air Force. Cattenhead, 3-point shot. It's up, it's no good. Argyle skies for the rebound. Shot over on the right side that time. You can count it. It's good. 3-pointer that time by Ryan Manning. 3-0. Air Force jumps out to the quick lead in this one. Drive down the left side by Cattenhead. Kicks it right back out. 3-point shot. Count it. Antonio Jones. After a minute and 5 seconds, we're all tied up, 3 apiece. Down low, you got Zach Moore in on the layup attempt. No good. Quickly down the floor comes Isaiah. Drives in, tries to pass out. Turnover, Marine Corps. The Air Force ball, far side, back court. Our guy will bring it down. You take a look at these two teams. Interesting to note. And turnover by Argyle, coming back the other way. Cattenhead, he dishes out. Reverse layup underneath, nicely done that time by Baptiste. When it comes to scoring offense, Air Force averaging 83.5 a game. Back down the other side, shot no good. Rebound comes down this side, taken by Baptiste. But Air Force averages 83.5 per contest. Marines average 80.8, so a 3-point differential in terms of average points scored per game. Drive on the left side all the way in, bounces around, Doesn't go. Baptiste on the layup attempt. They come back down the other floor that other way that time. It's up by Morris. It doesn't fall. Back down by the Marine Corps. Shot no good by Isaiah. Rebound that time by Moore. So Air Force is going to slow it down a little bit. And Moore puts it on the floor, bounces it off his foot, out of bounds it goes. Knocked into Moore, perhaps, that time by Antonio Jones, bottom line. Turnover Air Force, Marine Corps ball. 5-3 is the score. Marines 2-point lead early on in this contest here. Lennon down the right side. This is off, down to Antonio Jones, drives the baseline, sneaks in the layup. And Marines take a 7-3 lead. Dribble to the left side, kicks out in the corner to Jacob Van. He puts up the three-point attempt, no good. Rebound Antonio Jones. Marines come back the other way. Cadenhead has it stripped. Jacob Van takes control, comes down the other way. He's going to wait for support. Goes over to the right side, shot is up, three-point attempt, no good that time by Corey Rucker. Rebound Marines. Jones will walk it up. Right corner, that's Baptiste. Steps out behind the arc. Drives the baseline. He'll dish it off and turn it over. Coming away with it is Manning. Kicks it out to Desmond James. He puts up a 10-footer. It's no good. Rebound that time. Cadenhead. Jermon Cadenhead, averaging 13.3 points a contest. And from the floor, he's 50%. Not bad for a point guard. He's also the second leading rebounder for the Marine Corps. Again, for a point guard. Wow, what a nice little skyhook that time, done by Londell Lennon. Air Force trying to work it around. Corey Rucker, he'll drive right side, lays it up, no good. Rebound that time, Antonio Jones. Marines get back down the floor quickly. Over to Baptiste, three-point shot, no good. Air ball, as a matter of fact. Taken nicely by by the Air Force. Rebound on the backside by Morris. Morris, right corner. He'll kick it back out. Left corner, three-point shot. Jacob Van, and it's good. Jacob Van. He's attempted the three-pointer 32 times in the first 6 games. Nice drive by Cadenhead, lays it up down the left side. And Marines jump out to an 11-6 lead. And timeout is called on the floor. Timeout by the Air Force. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. But back to comparing these two teams, tail of the tape, if you will. Marine Corps averaging 80.8 points per game. Air Force averaging 83.5 points per game. When it comes to field goal percentage, though, slight advantage to the Air Force over the Marine Corps, 42% to 41%. But when it comes to three-point percentages, Marine Corps, out of 4 teams, they're hitting at a 38% rate behind the arc. The Air Force hitting at 31%. Here's the big number. Marines averaging 49 rebounds a game. Air Force averaging 44. So a +5 rebound margin advantage, really, for the Marine Corps. And scoring defense, Marines have held their opponents to an average of 84.7 per game, while the Air Force gives up an average of 86.3. So a 2-point advantage, Marine Corps. Marine Corps out in front, 11-6, left corner, Jacob Van, three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Sean Stewart. Over to the left side, Brian Baptiste. Shots up, top of the key. That's Givens. Rebound, Jacob Van. He'll bring it down. Gives it off to Ollie Bradley. Back to Van. Back to Bradley. Three-point attempt. Shot good. Ollie Bradley averages 11.7 a game. 11.7 points per contest, and he picks up the first 3 of the day for him. Marines over to the left corner. Givens kicks it back out. They'll work it around. Givens alone in the right corner. 3-point shot attempted from the top of the key, blocked. Gets the blocked ball from the air and putting it back up. Nicely done that time by Isaiah. 13-9 is the score. Isaiah just stayed with that blocked shot and plucked it out of the air and went back with it. Little turnaround that time by Van. He'll kick it out. Turnover, though, into the arms of Isaiah. Back the other way. Isaiah off the glass. It's good. Count it. 15-9. 13:07 remaining. First half. Consolation game here in the 2019 Armed Forces Men and Women's Basketball Championships between the Marines and the Air Force. Drive left side. Jacob Van lays it up. No good. Almost taken off the rim that time by Sean Stewart. It had cleared, though. Close call. And Argyle comes into the game. Morris will come out. Shot. Far right corner. 3-point shot counted. Ollie Bradley. Drive by Givens, right side. He loses it. Goes out of bounds. Air Force ball. Bradley again, 3-point attempt, no good. And here comes Givens. Givens, 5'5", the smallest player in this tournament. Runs the point. Back out to Cattenhead. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Argyle for the Air Force. They'll come the other way. Desmond James, he's going to drive left side, swatted away. Nice play by Stewart. Picking up the loose ball that time is Solanka. He'll try to put it back. Marines come away with it. Down the court, pull-up pass over the left corner. That's Raydell. He'll drive, tries to kick it out. Pass stolen by Argyle. He'll come back the other way. Down to Jacob Van for the Air Force. Far right corner, skips it all the way across. Out to Argyle. Left side, puts it up. 3-point attempt. It's no good. And Cattenhead coming away with the rebound. Cattenhead averaging 8.7 rebounds per game. And there's a timeout on the floor. So it's going to be a full timeout. Charged to the Marine Corps. But staying with the thoughts about Jamon Cattenhead. He's from Jackson, Mississippi. Averages 13.3 points a game, shoots 50% from the floor, and as a point guard, he averages 8.7 rebounds a game. So that kind of tells you his skill level. And when he's not playing basketball, he works in supply at Camp Lejeune for the Marine Corps, has been in the Marines for 3 years, playing in his very first Armed Forces basketball tournament. But the guess is this: you will see Cattenhead back here in the future as long as he stays in the Marine Corps. So Marines taking a 15-12 lead right now. Ollie Bradley for the Air Force. He's 2 for 3 behind the arc right now. He averages 11.7 points per game. Does Bradley. He works in personnel at Luke Air Force Base. He's playing in his 6th Armed Forces tournament. Has 5 gold medals, playing for both the Air Force and the All Armed Forces team. So Marines leading 15-12, 11-15 remaining in the first half. Raydell, right side, kicks it down the corner. The drive, back out to Raydell, over to Cattenhead. Back to Raydell, off of Raydell's hands. And turnover Marine Corps comes back the other way. Michael Argyle, sports medicine doctor, stationed at Kadena, running the offense. Kicks it over to Desmond James. He'll drive left side. Shot that time by Zach Moore. No good. A rebound. Cattenhead Marine Corps. Radell, left corner, three-point shot. It's up. It's good. Count it. 18-12 is the score. Jacob Van, left side, three-point shot. It is up and good. Count that one as well. 18-15. Jacob Van, 2 for 4 behind the arc. He's got 6 points. Ollie Bradley, 2 for 3 behind the arc. He's got 6 points. Together they account for 12 of the 15 points. Radell, another three-pointer. This one from the left side. It's up and good as well. And it is raining three-point shots on the last 3 possessions. 21-15. Timeout on the floor called by Air Force. So Air Force making sure that they've got their game together and not letting the Marine Corps actually build upon this lead. Marines coming into this game, they're 2-4. Air Force 2-4. Marines lost to the Army. Marines beat the Army in overtime, 93-84. That was in their first matchup, and then they lost to the Army in their second matchup, 68-55. They also beat the Air Force, 92-82 when they matched up. That was on Thursday. Well, this is the consolation game here. And these two teams, they've split, bottom line. This one might be for the bragging rights, so to speak. Right side, Jacob Van, three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Marines coming away with it. Cattenhead. Right side, three-point shot, goes up by Jones, no good. Rebound. Ryan Manning. Argyle, he'll drive straight down the lane, kicks it out to Van. Van kicks it back over right now to James. He'll drive left, out in the corner to Zach Moore. Not Moore's shot. He skips it across to Van. He lays it up, no good. There's your rebound. But there was a foul. So forget the rebound. Foul on the drive that time. And that foul's going to go against Morris Adams. Anthony Morris. Excuse me. To the line, Jacob Van. Yeah, that foul was on Morris Adams. Haven't called Adams his name a whole lot in this tournament. That's why I had to look twice. And the next shot goes up. It's good. Jacob Van, a guy you don't really want to put on the free throw line if you can help it, if you're the opponent. Jacob Van shoots 89% from the free throw line. Cattenhead, left side, kicks out to Jones. Jones, jumper near the free throw line. No good. Jones rebound. No good. Jones chases it down near the baseline and steps out of bounds. So 21-17, 9:03 remaining. Air Force gets a fresh look now. Argyle brings it down. Zach Moore between the circles. Over to Argyle. Moore goes back down underneath. Low post. He'll try to dribble across the lane. Little turnaround layup. Good for 2. 21-19. Well done that time by Zach Moore, the big 6'10 center, who was captain at the Air Force Academy's basketball team. And very modest, by the way, is Zach Moore, 26 years old. And I asked him about it one time. And he said, yeah, but that was only for 1 year, so very modest. So blood on the jersey of Michael Argyle for the Air Force. Might not be unusual if he was wearing his doctor's whites because he's a sports medicine physician. But he's going to have to change his jersey. Blood rules in effect here. And most of the time when the doctor wears whites, it's not his blood, it's the patient's blood. This time it's someone else's blood. So Argyle now becomes 35. Ball goes out behind us. 21-19 is the score. 8:19 remaining in the first half. Marines holding on to a 2-point lead over the Air Force. Again, these two teams split during the double round robin format. And this is the consolation game between 2 and 4 teams. 3-point attempt, right side by Baptiste, off the rim, out of bounds, no good, Air Force ball. Rucker brings it down right side, gives it up to Moore. Again, Moore between the circles. He'll go down the low post. Right side over to Manning now. Back out front to Morris. Down to Moore. Kicks it back out to Morris. Skips it all the way across far side. Shots up by Rucker, no good. Put back that time. Nicely done by Zach Moore. Sky high for the rebound on the other side. Puts it back in. 21-21. We're tied up. 7:30 remaining in this first half. Ollie Bradley ready to come back into the game. Radell, 3-point shot. He's hot. That's his third one of the game. Aaron Radell. 3 threes. Driving along the lane. Dumps it off to Zach Moore. Give the assist to Desmond James. Give the 2 points to Moore. 24-23. Lead to 1. Lennon with the ball. He's tied up. Free throw line extended. Shot back out. Baptiste, top of the key. 3-pointer. It's good. The Marines like to shoot the threes. Brian Baptiste, the leading scorer in this tournament. He's got an 18.7 average. Driving to the right side, Ryan Manning. Gives it up to Morris. Back down to Manning. He wants to come inside, spins, kicks it out to Manning. Moore does. Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound that time by Rucker. He tries to kick it back out to Zach Moore in the corner. Pass goes out of bounds, turnover. I was going to say turnover, but touched by a Marine, one of the Marine players. So out of bounds it goes. Air Force ball. And it comes to Ollie Bradley, who just checked into the game. Right side by Manning. Out all the way out front to Morris. 3-point attempt, it's up, no good. Rebound by Cattenhead, and he had position. He'll drive it straight down the lane, lay it up, no good. But Marines maintain possession. There's Radel. 3-point attempt, again, left side, it's no good. Coming up with the rebound is Anthony Morris. He goes all the way, coast to coast, lays it up, counted, it's good. And there's a foul on the play. Foul's going to be against Alondale Lennon. Count the shot. And send Anthony Morris to the line. It's good. (27-26) is the score. 1-point lead right now by the Marines. Marines will turn it over at their end of the court. Comes back down the other way. Out front to Manning. Kicks it over that time to Bradley. Down to the corner to Morris. He'll drive. guarded by Cattenhead, and he's fouled. So Cattenhead on the foul. That's going to send the shooter to the line, Anthony Morris. Shot's good, so we're tied up 27 apiece. And second shot's good. Air Force takes the lead, 28-27, 5:11 remaining in the first half of play. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Shot, far left corner, three-point shot, counted. Ryan Manning on the shot. 31-27, Air Force up by 4. Manning zeroing in from the left side. He's 10 for 22 coming into this game as Manning on three-point attempts. Marine score, back down the other side, Antonio Jones, 31-29. Argyle, right corner, whistle on the play, and turnover, Air Force. Coming up right after this game, Air Force Marine Corps Women's Consolation game. Free throw line, shot going up that time by Jones. Marines come away with the rebound. Kick it over the left side. Three-point shot, counted. Good by DeQuan Isaiah. Isaiah, 25th three-point, he's hitting 50% beyond the arc. That was his 25th three-point attempt in this tournament. Driving across the lane is Bradley. He kicks it out that time to Morris. Morris, right corner. Michael Argyle puts up the three-point shot. It's good. Count it, 34-32, 3:28 remaining. First half of play. Left side, Isaiah. Down in the corner, driving the baseline. Shot no good. And a foul on the play. That foul's going to go against Akinyemi Solanka, civil engineer stationed at Grissom Air Base in Indiana. Played his ball at the University of Detroit and calls home Lagos, Nigeria. To the line, Antonio Jones. And he misses the second shot, I should say. And it's a 1-point lead Air Force right now. Shots up, no good, goes out of bounds. Air Force retains possession. Argyle to bring it in underneath his basket. All the way to the right corner, Manning, he's inside the arc, puts it up, jump shot, good. 17-footer, 36-33. Nicely done by Manning that time. He's got 8 points. Drive, kick out, shot by Isaiah, three-pointer, count it. Isaiah averaging 15.8 points a contest. And a foul back down at the other end. That foul's going to be on DeQuan Isaiah. And with the game tied up at 36 apiece, Marine Corps will take a timeout. So Marines will pull together. They want to make sure they use this final 2:46 remaining in the best way possible as they get their guidance from Alonzo Higginson, Marine Corps coach, Master Gunnery Sergeant, stationed with the 3rd Marine 3rd Marines. He's a communication chief, stationed at Camp Courtney, Okinawa, Japan. Calls home Mineral Wells, Texas. Former women's coach back in 2014 for the Marine Corps. And then began coaching with the men in 2016. And does a great job, superb job, in leading these Marines and helping to mold them into a team. Zach Moore with the ball. Left side, Ollie Bradley. Bradley looking to get it down low. Instead, he gets it out front, that time to Desmond James. Shot up that time by Bradley. 3-pointer, no good. Cattenhead away with the rebound. Left side, Isaiah. Right side, driving, Baptiste. Down in the corner to Adams. Back out front that time to Isaiah. Over to Adams. Down low along the drive, baseline John Talbert, and he's fouled. That foul is going to be on Zach Moore. Big guy against big guy. Zach Moore, 6'10", center for the Air Force. Foul 6'9", center John Talbert for the Marine Corps, and will send Talbert to the line. First shot by Talbert, it's up, it's no good. And that's actually Talbert's first free throw attempt in this tournament. His second shot's good, 1 for 2. 37-36, Marines take a lead. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And full court press right now by the Marine Corps. Desmond James kicks it over to Bradley, crosses the timeline, down to Moore. Kicks it back out to Jacob Bann. He'll drive right side all alone, lays it off the glass. Well done by Jacob Bann. He found the lane on the right side, took it to the hoop. Count it, 38-37. Air Force up by 1. Cattenhead, he'll drive the left side. Lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound. Ollie Bradley coming back the other way now. Desmond James. Guarded right now by Adams. Gets a little bit of an area, a little pull-up jumper. 7-footer, rims it out, no good. Cattenhead will bring it the other way now. Three-point shot, top of the key that time by Isaiah. No good, rebound. Baptiste back outside, over to Isaiah. Talbert top of the key. Isaiah with the three-point attempt. No good. Tracking that one down comes Adams, and he'll put it back up. But he's called for the foul. So it'll come back the other way. Don't count the bucket, 38-37. Marine Corps will press. Jacob Bann brings it in. Long pass down floor, stolen by Cattenhead. Jamon Cattenhead brings it back up for the Marines, over to the right side. 30 seconds remaining. Shot is up, three-point shot counted by Quan Isaiah, and it's 40-38. Marines take the lead. Down the left side, underneath to Zach Moore. He'll jam it home with 15 seconds to go. We're tied, 40-40. Good job by the Air Force working it down to Moore that time. Out front to Isaiah. He puts up a shot between the circles, three-pointer, and it is good as time expires at the end of the first half. The Marines have taken a 43-40 lead over the Air Force. Your score at the half, United States Marine Corps 43, Air Force 40. Taking a quick look at the numbers for the Marine Corps. 16 points on the day for Dequan Isaiah. 4 for 6 behind the arc is Isaiah. 9 points for Aaron Rodo. He's 3 for 4 behind the arc. 8 points by Antonio Jones. For the Air Force in the first half, 10 points in the half by Jacob Van. He's 2 for 5 behind the arc, 2 for 2 on the free throw line. And 6 points in the first half by Ollie Bradley. He's 2 for 4 behind the arc as well. 8 points by Ryan Manning, 2 for 4 behind the arc. Those are your leading scorers in the first half. Once again, your halftime score. Marine Corps 43, Air Force 40. Let's take a quick look at the team numbers if we can. Those are your individual leaders in the first half. Marines shooting 49% from the floor. They're 16 for 33. Air Force, meanwhile, 38%, 14 for 37 from the floor. Behind the arc, wow, Marines 9 for 18, 50% behind the arc. 7 for 18 is the Air Force. They're shooting 39% behind the arc. At the line, Air Force has not missed. They're 5 for 5, and Marines are 2 for 4. Take a look at the second chance points. Air Force beating the Marines really kind of at their own game, and that's play in and around the basket. 10 points, second chance points for the Air Force, 5 for the Marine Corps. And off the bench, Air Force has 16 in the first half compared to 10 points off the bench for the Marine Corps. So that's a look at the numbers in the first half of play. Once again, as they head into the locker room, Marines lead the Air Force by the score of 43 to 40. We're going to take a timeout here. And we're going to be back in about 7 minutes from now with the start of the second half. And this, the consolation game between the U.S. Marine Corps and the United States Air Force. This is the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. We're back after this timeout.
15. Okay. 22. 15, 12, 11, 22. I'm just going to guess one. I'm going to guess one. One, you starting? Coach, one starting? Is one starting? Yes. Got it. 15, 12, 11, 22.
Welcome back to Mayport Fitness Center here at Naval Station Mayport in Jacksonville, Florida, as we get set for the start of the second half of today's game between the Marine Corps and the Air Force. Consolation game in the men's division. Marines leading at the half, 43-40. Glancing back at the numbers quickly. 12 points off of turnovers by the Marine Corps, 7 by the Air Force. But it's the Air Force, 10 points from second chance points, and 5 points from the Marine Corps, and 16 points off the bench. Also taking a look at the numbers, Marines have out-rebounded the Air Force 23-13, but they've also turned the ball over 9 times. And the Air Force has turned it over only 6. Talk about control basketball. Air Force has the edge right there. For the Air Force, 10 points by Jacob Vann in the first half, 8 points by Zach Moore. He's been playing big underneath, has the big former center, 6'10", from the Air Force Academy, and also 8 points in the first half by Ryan Manning. 16 points in the first half by DeQuan Isaiah, 9 points by Aaron Rodel for the Marine Corps, and then 8 points by Antonio Jones. Those are your leading scores. Set to get started in the second half right now. And it's going to be Marine Corps ball. They'll get things started. And Jermon Cattenhead will take control. Guarded by Argyle from the Air Force. Out front, Isaiah, he'll drive, dishes it off underneath. Attempted shot that time by Burnett of the Marine Corps, Willie Burnett. And there's a foul on the play. That's Ryan Manning called for the foul. His first personal foul. But in the act, that sends Burnett to the line. And he misses on his first attempt. Willie Burnett has not gone to the line much in this tournament. Only 4 times. This is his 5th time. He's now 1 for 5. Puts up the second shot, make that 1 for 6. He misses on that one. Corey Rucker comes away with the rebound. And he goes down the floor after being tripped up. Foul goes against Ollie Bradley. Excuse me, looking at the wrong side on that. That's DeQuan Baptiste called him the foul. Both men number 11, looking at the wrong uniform. My apologies on that one, Mr. Bradley. We'll make that up to you. Pass down low, stolen, turnover, Air Force coming away with it that time. That's Willie Burnett. Cattonhead drives from the top, pulls up inside the free throw line, puts it up, foul on the play. And that foul is going to go against Zach Moore.
Sorry, next play. Next play. Hey, we can't feed from there.
Going to the line, Jamon Cattonhead. And he puts it up and it's good.
Rest break.
Second shot, good as well. First 2 points of the second half makes it 45-40, Marine Corps. Argyle brings it across the timeline. Now he gives it up to Rucker. Rucker out to Moore, top of the key. Over to Rucker, over to Argyle, left side. He'll drive, kicks it all the way out to the corner. That's Manning, three-point shot, no good. Attempted putback that time by Anthony Morris. No good, batted out of bounds. It'll be Marine Corps ball. Comes into Cattonhead. Tracked down from behind by Argyle. And it goes out of bounds. That foul's going to go against double check the number on that. That foul's going to go against Argyle, who had to change his jersey to 35 as a result of blood on the jersey. Drive down the line, nicely done that time by Willie Burnett, lays it up. The supply administrative specialist turns it in for two. Drive that time by Corey Rucker, no good, back down the other way. And headed to the basket, jump ball, tied up on the drive that time by DeQuan Isaiah. One of the non-factors in this game right now for the Marines has been Londell Lennon. He averages 12 rebounds a game coming into this one, does Londell Lennon. And he's got 2 thus far in limited action. The drive by Argyle, kicks it back out. The drive now by Morris, he'll put it up. Shot deflected. Coming away with it that time is Isaiah. And as he comes down the floor, he's attacked from behind. Foul goes against Anthony Morris. Cattonhead will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Michael Argyle. Kicks it down low, pass stolen that time. Nicely done by Ryan Manning. Air Force turns it back around. Dribble to the left by Morris. Left side to Manning. Down low to Moore. He puts it off the glass. Nicely done. To work it around and kick it down low where Zach Moore can finish. Zach Moore from Yokota Air Base in Japan. He's a civil engineer. Burnett tries to come across the lane, puts it up, no good, whistle on the play. And that foul is going to be on Zach Moore. That's his 4th personal foul against Moore. With 17:22 to play in the game, Zach Moore picks up his 4th personal foul. He will come out of the game.
Hey!
And in his place goes Desmond James. (47-42). And good on the second shot is Burnett, make it 48-42. Jacob Band down the floor. Hands it off to Manning, who drives the lane, lays it up, no good, rolls around, comes off into the hands of Cattonhead. Cattonhead down the left side. He gives it up, and there's a tie up on the floor. Down to the floor that time went Londell Lennon.
Hey, wait, didn't we get that half? It's white ball.
Possession arrow goes in favor of the Marine Corps. 48-42, 17:02 remaining in this game. Comes into Burnett. He'll drive across the lane. Tries to lay it up, does so, and it drops. 50-42. Willie Burnett playing hard down along the baseline. Desmond James will bring it back the other way. There's Manning, left corner, no good. Rebound that time. Burnett. And Burnett, who's had limited playing time in this tournament, stepping up big today. He's got it in the left corner now. He's doubled, drives it through traffic. Runs into a problem near the free throw line. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebounds Marine. Nicely done that time by Baptiste. And there's a put back by Burnett. Goodness. He has stepped up and playing big. You take a look at his numbers. Burnett, coming in this game, has only been averaging 13 minutes a contest. And Burnett only averaging 3.3 points per game. So timeout is called on the floor. Calls by Willie Burnett, perhaps, as the Marines have taken a 52-42 lead over the Air Force with 16:07 remaining in this consolation game. Coming up right after this, it's going to be the consolation game for the women once again. Marines versus the Air Force. That'll take place approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this game. And then at the conclusion of the whole tournament, we're picking the all-armed forces team that will represent the United States in the World Military Games coming up in China in October. Delegation of over 300 armed forces service members in 20 different sports, 10,000 athletes, representing over 100 countries belonging to CISM, the Council International du Sport Militaire, the International Military Sports Council. World Games, patterned after the Olympics, takes place every year, 1 year before the Olympic Games. And the largest multi-sport organization next to the Olympics, the difference being, this is military. Military World Games coming up in October. Inbound pass to Argyle. He'll drive the right side all the way to the hoop, lays it up. No defense against him that time. 52-44. Kettenhead. Guarded by Argyle. Over to Isaiah. Down low that time to Burnett. Burnett working from the other side. He's going to do a little fadeaway jumper. It's no good. Hits the rim. Comes off into the hands of Isaiah. Goes over to Jones. Antonio Jones, left side. He'll go down low to Lennon now. Lennon across the lane. He'll lay up a little hook. It's no good. Jacob Band will take the rebound. He'll come back the other way. He'll stop at the arc. Puts up the three-pointer. No good. Kettenhead, rebound. He's got 11 rebounds today, does Kettenhead. Back the other side, and he cans the layup. Wow. We talked about him averaging 13.3 points per game and almost 9 rebounds per game. Unheard of numbers on the rebounding side for point guards. 15 minutes remaining, 54-44. Down low, little fadeaway jumper. Nicely done that time. Give the points to Desmond James, who played at O'Connell High School in Washington, D.C. Stationed at Hanscom Air Force Base, 23 years of age. Drive that time by Isaiah, shoots on Jacob Band, three-point attempt, no good. Rebound Burnett, he's put back is no good. Rebound that time by Desmond James, who'll get it down court quickly to Ollie Bradley. Bradley will lay it up. And the lead cut to 6. And with 14:22 remaining in this ball game, timeout is called by the Marine Corps. So it's going to be timeout taken by the Marines with a 54-48 margin over the Air Force. And I made the comment about Londell Lennon. He's starting to step up, starting to do well here in the second half. Lennon came into this game 11.7 points per game, 12 rebounds per game for Londell Lennon, the big 6'6" forward, who's a field radio operator stationed at Camp Pendleton, was on the All-Marine team last year, and is playing in his second Armed Forces tournament. Not a big factor in the first half was Lennon, but now is playing hard underneath here in the second stanza. And he'll get a rest for Londell Lennon. Argyle knocks it away by Cattenhead. And inbounding it that time, Baptiste Cattenhead. He'll bring it across the timeline. Side tries to get around Argyle, but Argyle steps in the way. So that's going to be a foul on Michael Argyle. Non-shooting type, over to the side. Baptiste will get it in again. Gets it into Stewart, hands it off to Cattenhead. Down low to Jones. Little pull-up jumper by Jones. He'll drop it. Nicely done. 6-footer. 56-48. Under 14 to play. Lead by 8 by the Marine Corps. Top of the key to Bradley. Three-point attempt. Shots up. No good, or a rebound. All red around the basket that time. And it goes to Cattenhead. He'll kick it left corner. Three-point shot. No good by Jones. Rebound. Manning. He'll get it up the floor. Goes to James. All the way over to Argyle. Fakes the three. Drives the lane. Kicks it all the way out the other quarter. And a foul on the play. And it's going to be player control foul called against Michael Argyle. So Argyle is going to come out of the game for the Air Force. Argyle picking up the foul.
No, that was them.
Got Argyle for 3 personal fouls. We'll double check that one. The last foul was on Argyle. And Aaron's shot. Ball goes over to Air Force. Jacob Van comes away. Right side, it's the corner. 3-point shot put up by James. No good. Rebound that time by Baptiste.
Coach, you're right.
Marines will work it around. Shot from the left side. 3-point attempt. No good that time by Isaiah. Back down the other way. Layup attempt goes in. Corey Rucker quickly on the transition game. Nicely done by the Air Force. They pull within 6, 56-50 the score. Along the baseline. Little pull-up jumper by Stewart. No good. Rebound Rucker. Brings the other way. He'll drive straight down the lane. He'll kick it out that time to Bradley. Bradley will drive. He's trapped. Kicks it over on the right side to Manning. Jumper inside the arc, no good. Comes off the rim, right side. Great effort by Bradley. He'll put it back up as he's falling away. No good. Coming up with the rebound that time. Baptiste. Marines get it back down the other way and quickly turn it over. Pass goes off the hands of Sean Stewart and out of bounds. 11:48 remaining, 56-50. Marines out in front. Jacob Van gets it ahead to Rucker. He'll drive. And it's deflected as he tried to get it out to the corner. That time to Anthony Morris. Out of bounds. Air Force ball. Into the game comes Aaron Radel. Manning. Soft jumper. Pops up. Rolls around. No good. Comes off. And knocked out of bounds that time by Londell Lennon. So Air Force maintains control. Kick it in, right side to Morris. Excuse me, that's Rucker. Now he kicks it out to Manning, right side. 3-point attempt, Air ball, out of bounds. Taken nicely by the Air Force Sports Chief, Steve Brown, standing over with near the baseline. Surprised he didn't put it back up. Radall kicks it out to Lennon. Kicks it over to Adams. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound that time. Coming back the other way. James, he'll drive the distance. He'll try to lay it up. It's no good, and he's fouled. That foul's going to get against Aaron Radel. It's going to send Desmond James to the line. He will shoot 2. James comes to the line with a 67% shoot, 54% free throw shooting percentage. Makes the first 56 to 40, 56-51. Second shot goes up, it's good. Count it. 56-42, the lead's been cut to 4. Air Force on the move right now. Right side to Radel. He's got 3 threes. Down low, nice entry pass down low, but they turn it over. Londell could not hold on to it. It goes out of his hands into the hands of Rucker. Sends it back the other way. 3-point attempt that time by Rucker. No good. Rebound Marines. Driving on the right side. Lays it up. Brian Baptiste. Get these 11s confused sometimes. Brian Baptiste laying it up for the Marine Corps. And Baptiste averaging 18.7 points a contest. Gets on the board again. 2 on the layup, 1 on the shot. He's now got 8 points in this game. 10 points off his average, but being made up right now by guys like DeQuan Baptiste and Antonio Jones and Willie Burnett. Drive by Jacob Ban, he'll lay it up, no good. And he's fouled in the act. Jacob Ban will come to the line. Jacob Ban coming into this game, 24 for 27 from the free throw line. He's good. First shot, 59-53. Cattenhead back into the game for the Marine Corps. Ban on the line. He puts up the shot. Talked to Jacob Ban prior to the start of the game. I said, what do you got printed on your wrist? 3 words: dedication, determination, and discipline. Pretty good reminders. Far outside shot by Baptiste, no good. Rebound, Air Force. Desmond James, right side. Back out on top to Anthony Morris. Morris going to dribble down the left lane, kicks it out this time to Ollie Bradley, puts up the shot, no good. Out of bounds. And Air Force maintains possession. They'll take it out underneath their basket. Our Marines call a timeout. 59-54, 5-point lead by the Marine Corps. We're under 10 to play, 9 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this game. Interestingly, you've got 2 of the top 4 scorers in this tournament. In Brian Baptiste and DeQuan Isaiah on the floor for the Marine Corps. And then the 7th best scorer in the tournament, Jermon Cattenhead. Between these guys, they average 18.7, 15.8, and 13.3 points a contest. They are kind of what makes the Marine Corps team go, much like Vermeer, Smith, and Dunbar make the Navy team go. Pass into the outside. Taken by James, little turnaround jumper, no good. Radel comes up with the shot, comes up with the rebound. Over to Antonio Jones, back out to Radel, back out to Jones, top of the key, wants the three, steps just inside the arc, puts it up, no good, a rebound that time. Taken by James. James comes down the right side, kicks it out to Jacob Van, behind the arc, he puts it up, rolls around, no good. Trying to go back up with it on the tip in is Ollie Bradley, and he's fouled on the play that time by Antonio Jones. And shot hits the front part of the rim. It's no good. Ollie Bradley averages 11.7 per game. Stationed at Luke Air Force Base. 36 years old. You wouldn't know it by the way he runs up and down the floor. He's got speed, he's got strength, he's got power. Plus he's also a great shooter. Missed on the second shot, so Marines take over. Out front to Antonio Jones, down low to Lennon. Kicks it out to Radel, right side, no good. Radel, hot behind the arc in the first half. Second half, not so. 3 for 5 and 3 for 4 in the first half. 0 for 1 here in the second half is Radel. 59-54, 8:24 remaining. Michael Argyle, ball high on the right side. He'll driven, gets the ball screen. Goes down the left lane, all the way around. Kicks it out. Back out on top it goes to Morris. Three-point jumper, it is good. Shot clock winding down, and Morris nails the three-pointer. And Air Force calls a timeout as they have now crept within 2. 59-57, Marines lead with 8:08 to play. We want to give credit, if we can right now, to Tommy Nunez, who has been the coordinator of officials from the Big Sky Conference for the men's side of the house. These guys have been with us all week long here. The 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. And Tommy Nunez has been working with these officials, making the assignments. Great training opportunity for them as well. They do a tremendous job with the Big Sky Conference, and they're bringing their talents and skills in here to this competition. And in the same kind of manner, doing a good job. But anytime you get to take the floor against top-rate basketball during the summer, you view that as basically an opportunity just to keep your game sharp when you're wearing the black and white stripes. So kudos and credits to the Big Sky Conference. (59-57), back out on the floor. It's going to be Marine Corps' ball to inbound. Cattenhead staying loose. He's got a couple of good words for the official. I like it. I like the attitude. Dribble off Argyle, right side, down the lane, gets it up, rolls it in, drops it. That was Cattenhead against Argyle. He cans it for 2, 61-57. Argyle comes back the other way. Out to James, layup, no good. Nice put back that time by Anthony Morris. 61-59, 7:33 remaining. Cattenhead drives on the left side, kicks it all the way out in the corner. Three-point attempt, it's up, no good. Shot that time by Baptiste. Londell Lennon on the rebound. And a foul called on the play. That foul is going to be against Ollie Bradley. That's going to send Londell Lennon to the line. Londell Lennon with only 4 points in this ball game. But helping to pick up the slack there has been Willie Burnett. Burnett with 7 points. And Londell Lennon hits the first shot.
Hey, circle two. Circle two.
Lennon's second shot hits that as well. 63-59, 4-point advantage, Marine Corps, 7:16 to play. Marines will press. Morris will bring it up. Jacob Van, left corner, shots up, no good. Rebound, Argyle. Crashed the boards nicely. He'll take the shot, three-pointer left side, air ball. And trying to rescue it, the rebound was Londell Lennon, who steps out of bounds. So Air Force will maintain ball. Argyle just rushed that shot a little bit from the left side. Got the air ball. There's a three-point attempt. That one went up by Ollie Bradley, no good. And nice fight underneath for Anthony Morris, who puts it back up off the rebound and scores. And he is fouled. Fouled by Cattenhead. And Cattenhead has picked up his second personal foul. More important than that, perhaps, Anthony Morris will go to the line. When he was at the University of Alabama, he walked on with the Crimson Tide, was with them for a year. Misses on the first shot. He played at Ozark Community College, junior college, for a year as well. That's Anthony Morris' background. 63-61 is the score. Cattenhead drives around. He'll kick it out to Baptiste. Three-point attempt by Baptiste. And there is Willie Burnett. Gets the rebound and puts it back, 65-61. Right side by Bradley, he'll drive, he'll pull up, 12-footer, it's good. 65-63. Jamon Cattenhead, he's got the left side, guarded by Argyle. He'll spin, drives into the lane, little soft runner, lays it up, count it, 67-63. Cattenhead is 28, Cattenhead is 26, Argyle is 35. So 11-year age difference in that matchup. Foul on the center of the floor. That's going to be against Cattenhead. He picks up his third personal foul. Looking at Argyle talking to Cattenhead. Two guys, maybe an age difference, but just mutual respect out on the floor. One man for the other. Jacob Van, he'll drive the left side, weaves his way through traffic and lays it up. Nicely done by Van, 67-65, 5:35 remaining in this ball game. Dribble on the left side. Isaiah with the ball, has it stripped by Jacob Van as he was driving. Van over to Anthony Morris and knocked away by Cattenhead. So Morris will inbound the ball. Into the game for the Marines comes Antonio Jones. Out goes Willie Burnett. Talk about quality minutes. Goodness, Willie Burnett has given you those quality minutes. That's Ollie Bradley, left side. Morris, he'll drive. And he'll get called for the charge. Player control that time by Morris. With 5:11 to play, ball goes over to the Marine Corps. They lead by 2, 67-65 in this consolation game. Bobbing, weaving, ducking under the defense, and laying it up, Jamon Cattenhead. 69-65. Marines by 4. Jacob Van, left side. Guarded nicely that time. Back to Van. He puts up the three-pointer. Not guarded that well that time. He puts up the three. He scores it. 69-68. And timeout on the floor. So it's going to be a full timeout call by the Air Force with 4:37 to play in this ball game. A one-point game. Marines 69, Air Force 68. The go-to guy to a large degree down the stretch for the Air Force has been Jacob Van. He averages 11.7 per game. Coming into this one, he's 6 for 10 behind the arc. He is a sharpshooter for the Air Force. You take a look at his three-point attempts prior to this game, 32 attempts by Jacob Van, and he made 10 of them. And today, Jacob Van for the Air Force is 3 for 9 behind the arc. But when they need long-range points, they don't need missiles. They need Jacob Van. They pull within one, 69-68. And it will be Marine Corps ball out of bounds, far into the court. Ready to inbound is Baptiste. Gets it in to Cattenhead. Cattenhead guarded now by Corey Rucker. Left side, he'll go to left side. Nice pickup that time. Comes back into the lane. Little left-handed layup on the right side as he was falling away, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Corey Rucker. It's going to send Cattenhead to the line. And Cattenhead today on the line is 2 for 2. He's got 14 rebounds, 12 points. And he misses the first shot. Score remains 69-68. Marines by 1, 4:20 remaining. Shot goes up by Cattenhead. Back rim, no good. And a foul on the play is going for the rebound that time was Ollie Bradley. He fouled Daquan Isaiah, who's an 82% free throw shooter, a man you'd probably not like to foul. Soft touch, sinks the first one. Double bonus for the Marines right now. And he sinks the second one. 71-68. Rucker with the ball. They send Van down to the corner. Over to James, over to Van. He'll drive. He's blocked. That's a kick that time. Kick by Brian Baptiste of the Marine Corps. Air Force ball. Desmond James to inbound. Comes into Argyle. Argyle will drive the right side, kicks it back out to James. He'll drive right, spins left, kicks it out now to kicks it out to Corey Rucker. Sinks a three-pointer. We're tied, 71-71. Corey Rucker with the assist by Argyle that time. Ties this thing up. Cattenhead drives the right side, and he gets called for the player control foul. Cattenhead has picked up his 4th personal foul in this game with 3:36 to play. In a 71-71 ball game. And it's Air Force ball, far into the court. Argyle running the point. Over to the left side. Ollie Bradley. Gives it back to Rucker. Kicks it out right now to James. Left side to Bradley. Loose ball comes back to James. He'll drive left side. Dumps it off underneath to Ollie Bradley, who finishes nicely, and Air Force has taken the lead. 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. It's 73-71 Air Force. Cadenhead, with 4 fouls, remains in the game. Isaiah hits a three-point shot from the top of the key. 74-73, Marines by 1. Right side, Argyle for 3. Argyle hits the three-point shot from the right side. 76-74. This has turned into a long-range shooting contest. Air Force by 2. 2:25 remaining. Cadenhead over to Isaiah. Isaiah will drive, tries to lay it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, comes back the other way. He gives it up to Corey Rucker. Rucker will bring it down, and he's going to hold up. Wisely done. Into Bradley, back out to James. Over to the left side to Bradley. Drive by Van. He kicks it out to Rucker. Rucker's tied up. Pull-up shot, 7-footer, no good. Rebound that time by Antonio Jones. Marines bring it back the other way. They trail by 2, 1:41 remaining in the ball game. And they're going to call timeout. Marines wanting to make good on this possession. You can call this a consolation game between the number 3 and number 4 teams if you wish. But these two teams have beaten each other once in this tournament thus far. And when they come out of here, they like to think there's a lot on the line. Number 1, you finish on a winning note. But number 2, you have beaten your opponent 2 out of 3 games. It may not be for the gold medal or the silver medal. But you can lay that aside because right now, these two teams going at it for all it's worth. Scott Stuckey giving his commands, his guidance, I should say, to the Air Force. And over on the Marine side, head coach Alonzo Higginson talking to his Marines. 76-74 is the score. Air Force leads by 2. 1:40 remaining in this game. On this, the final day of the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. So as you would imagine, this was going to come down to the wire. Aaron Rado into the game for the Marine Corps. Lennon with the ball, wants to get it out. He does, gives it up to Isaiah. Lennon goes down on the high post. Isaiah drives on Jacob Van. He tries to dump it off underneath, and the pass goes out of bounds. Turnover, Marine Corps. Air Force ball, 1:26 remaining. Rucker kicks it back out to James. Over the right side to Jacob Van. Guarded by Isaiah. Dribbles on the left side. Out to Desmond James. Down the lane. A little layup attempt. It's up. It's good. The driving layup by Desmond James makes it 78-74. 1 minute remaining in this ball game. And foul down on the other end of the floor. That foul is going to go against Londell Lennon of the Marine Corps. Air Force ball. Air Force with 59.6 seconds will inbound the ball, a 4-point lead. And then it goes to Corey Rucker. Over to Van, all the way down to Argyle. Back out to Van. He'll drive the right side. Guarded by Cadenhead. Van will drive the right side, switches hands, finds a little seam, drives into the basket and lays it up. Well done by Jacob Van, 80-74, 34 seconds remaining in the game. Jacob Van steals it from Cattenhead, and he's fouled. There is the hustle from Jacob Van that we have been looking for. We have talked about this man, and he comes through in the clutch deep down in this contest in a superb manner. So into the game right now comes Givens. That's the fifth foul on Cattenhead. He's out of the game. To the line goes Jacob Van, one of the top free throw shooters in this tournament. And he hits it. 81-74. It's been Air Force down the stretch. When I'm talking stretch, I'm really talking the final 4 minutes of this ball game. They gave themselves a chance by staying with the Marine Corps. And then in the final 7 minutes, it's been the discipline of the play, perhaps, of the Air Force to turn the tide and give them a 7-point lead now with 29.6 seconds remaining. And Jacob Van misses his last attempt. Maurice Givens running the point now with Cattenhead out of the game. Right side, three-point shot, it's up, no good. Attempted shot that time by Isaiah. Coming away with it is James. Gives it off to Argyle. Argyle tries to jam. He's stuffed that time by Lennon. Back down the other way. Out of bounds it goes. Marine Corps ball. 6.2 seconds remaining. Three-point shot up. No good. Rebound, Moore. And there is your buzzer. Your final score, United States Air Force 81, United States Marine Corps 74. Taking a look at the numbers for the Air Force leading scorer. For the Air Force, Jacob Van, 20 points for Van. 3 for 9 behind the arc, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 12 points each for Anthony Morris and Ollie Bradley. Bradley 2 for 3 behind the arc. 10 points for the Air Force for Zachary Moore, leading the charge for the Marine Corps. DeQuan Isaiah, 21 points, 12 points for the Marines by Jermon Cattenhead before he fouls out. And then 10 points, 8 rebounds today by the Marines' Antonio Jones. Double-double by Cattenhead, 12 points, 14 rebounds, leading rebounder for both teams today, Jermon Cattenhead. Once again, your final score, United States Air Force 81, Marines 74. Those are your individual numbers. Credit the Air Force today in this consolation game, coming back. Showed a lot of discipline, a lot of poise, a lot of hustle, and making the key plays when they needed to make those key plays coming down the stretch in order to come away with a victory in this consolation game. We're going to take a timeout here. We come back. It's going to be more Air Force and Marines, but it's the women's game coming up in about 20 minutes from now. This is the 2019 Armed Forces Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. We'll be back in about 20 from now.